This video is brought to you by the Deck of Many and Humblewood.net. Welcome back to the Gallant Goblin. I'm Theo, and today we have more Starfinder minis. This is the Iconic Heroes Set 2 from Ninja Division. This set includes 4 iconic Starfinder heroes and 1 drone. To see our review of the other Ninja Division Starfinder minis, click the eye in the corner of the screen. Well, let's see what we have here. Obozaya Imoros, or Obo to only her closest friends, is our iconic Vesk soldier. She was born on Vesk Prime to a pair of low-level military bureaucrats. At an early age, she found success both in sports and in the combat ring, showing top-notch skills that didn't necessarily materialize for her in the classroom. After helping to quell an uprising among the feline inhabitants of Vesk 6 as a military cadet, she began to establish a reputation as an up-and-coming leader. However, Obozaya found herself sidelined when she failed to play the political game well, and ended up leaving the military to join a Pact World's military group. While Obozaya appreciates the finer things in life, she mostly craves recognition. She carries a holo projector on her back that displays her war banner in combat, so that her enemies will know exactly who they're up against. While she's not well versed in any academic area, she considers herself an honorable person and would die rather than break an oath. She's stoic and curt with people she doesn't know, almost to the point of rudeness, but opens up to those she trusts. She is beloved among her companions, except when she keeps them up at night with the heavy bass of her beloved Revelaz dance pop beats. Altronus is the iconic Kasatha Solarian. Neither this class nor this race appeared in the beginner box we reviewed recently, so I'll take a moment to explain both. The Kasatha are a race of 4-armed humanoids who hail from the desert planet Kasatha. However, their homeworld star is dying, so they packed up their whole race into a massive warship called the Idari and set out for the Pact Worlds. Their long-lived culture is rich with traditions that sometimes confuse other races. The Solarian class focuses on mystical melee combat. They harness the power of the stars and black holes to create weapons and armor from pure energy. They attempt to manipulate the opposing forces of energy and entropy. This supernatural philosopher-warrior tradition was brought to the Pact Worlds by the Kasatha aboard the Idari. Now to Altronus, our iconic. Altronus Barasul Davanayan was born into House Holdar, a long-established and well-respected family. Altronus was a scattered student, always being pulled into tangents by his curiosity, which upset his traditionalist family and instructors. During one of his last days as a student, Altronus discovered an alien intruder on board, cloaked as another Kasatha. The alien attacked Altronus while he attempted to summon assistance. Altronus activated the security force fields, trapping them both inside the same room. Altronus, unarmed and bleeding from a pistol wound, asked the universe for help as he faced almost certain death. To his surprise, the universe answered, and he found a shining golden stellar blade in his hand. Altronus was able to hold his own until security arrived. They learned from the intruder that there was a secret alien infiltration of the Pact Worlds. Now, finished with his schooling, Altronus works on his own to discover more about this nefarious infiltration. Raia Danveri is the iconic Lashunta Technomancer. She was born to diplomats who taught her the value of all sentient life, no matter how different it was to her. She grew fascinated with xenobiology and dreamed of traveling the stars. When she came of age, she decided to develop into the tall, intellectual Damaya subspecies, like her parents. Her aptitude for both technology and spellcasting led her down the path to becoming a Technomancer. In school, she discovered and began following the teachings of Raia, the Lashunta goddess of knowledge and wisdom. After completing her studies, she decided to finally head to the stars with the goal of being on the front lines when contacting new alien species. She believes strongly in doing the right thing and does not shy away from intervening in alien affairs when she thinks she can do some good. Quig Dexel is our iconic Ysoki mechanic and comes with a drone, which we'll show in a moment. Quig grew up in the snowy settlement of Estar on the planet Akaton, where he became fascinated with the water purification plants that skirted the nearby polar ice caps. Secretly tinkering with the equipment in his childhood, he grew up to work on the equipment officially as a young adult. In his spare time, he worked on the first iterations of his drone companion, Scout. One day, when he was out hunting for some scrap metal for Scout, he came across a bounty hunter bravely chasing and capturing her prey, and decided then and there that that was what Quig wanted to do in his life too. That night, he mounted a pistol to Scout, packed his bags, said so long to his family, and headed out for adventure. Quig eventually found the bounty hunter he saw that fateful day, and convinced her that he could help her improve her equipment in a dozen different ways, if only she brought him along. Reluctantly, she agreed. Quig is personable, chatty, and prefers to work in a team. He keeps in touch with his family, but doesn't talk about home much, feeling a bit embarrassed about his modest upbringing. His closest companion remains Scout, his drone. He spends countless hours of his spare time tinkering with his robot and talking to it as a way to sort through his thoughts. When he captures a bounty, he jokingly consults with Scout about his captive's fate, ultimately claiming that if it were up to Quig, he'd let the captive go. But the robot says otherwise. You can download character sheets for all these iconics at the link in the description below. These biographies are also abridged from their full versions, which can be found in the Paizo blog and are also linked below. For more information on the core races and classes, be sure to see our review of the beginner box by clicking the eye in the corner of the screen. So this is the Starfinder Iconic Heroes set number 2. Let us know what you think of them in the comment section down below. Our next few videos on miniatures for Starfinder are going to be about the spaceships, so stay tuned for that. We'd like to thank our sponsor for this video, the Deck of Many. They have a new campaign setting book called Humblewood launching soon, featuring everything you need to run an adventure that will take your characters from level 1 to 5 using D&D 5th edition rules. They have several options depending on your budget and how much you like supplementary material. You can buy the basic PDF featuring standees you can print and assemble yourself. They have the basic hardcover book, and they have a full box set, which includes a hardcover book, the reference deck of cards, maps, and standees. They also have sets of unpainted minis if you prefer those to standees. See all they have to offer over at humblewood.net. Thanks for watching today. I hope you're doing well, and we'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.